Hi there, and welcome to Celeb Hut. It appears as though 50 Cent is giving no indications of relinquishing Diddy at any point in the near future, since he is as yet clutching Diddy by the jugular. Now this time he's spilling the tea on Diddy's embraced little girl, Ava Aristocrat. Currently we should simply express that the things he is saying are extremely frightening, most definitely now list up, since each time 50 Cent opens his mouth about Diddy, it resembles revealing another layer of dimness. Each time the story gets more stunning. Hand the last, however, his most recent stunner may very well be the most surprising yet, diving us into a universe of interest and concerned. He's spilling the tea on what truly went down with Ava Noble Brushes and how she evaporated from the spotlight. Now recall in 20,120. When Diddy gladly reported Aya's reception, better believe it similarly, as unexpectedly as she seemed. She evaporated. Now 50 Cent is dropping clues that there is another side to this tale, claiming Diddy's contribution in some unpleasant business with AA. Was country security's assault connected to Ava, and has Hollywood been concealing Diddy's clouded side this time? And how in the world did 50 Cent get his hands on these obscure tapes of Ava? And did he? And you had any idea what's so insane is, brother, that this multitude of stories has been around the business for a long time. Every one of these industry individuals realize that Diddy been behaving this way and doing this and attempt to draw in different men into sexual demonstrations with him. Okay, you all, we should lock in for this wild ride, since Diddy's theatrics simply continues to get more unusual and awkward. You know how a few group have approached blaming Diddy for some truly obscure stuff, and how country security even struck his homes over dealing doubts. Well, here's the curve. What might be said about Diddy's embracing white girl graciousness? Did you folks fail to remember that he had 1, 2, or 3 years prior? Did he report suddenly that he had taken on a white kid, and afterward, poof, she evaporated from the spotlight? Genuinely, it's like she never at any point existed. So while everyone's discussing the most recent embarrassments, no one's been getting any information about what's befallen Ava. And truly, the situation gets increasingly weird, and 50 Cent is here to break it. Get as far as possible down. Presently, back when this was reported, we didn't actually respect it was the pandemic, and we didn't actually have the foggiest idea what we know now about the things that are asserted on Diddy. Now certain there were tales drifting around for the most part about him being on the DL. However, that is his private concern, and there's nothing unlawful about that. At the time he appeared as though he was engaged with consensual connections with more youthful men, so again, no big guy, cuz they appear to be youthful yet old enough. However, with what we've caught wind of him presently, it's sufficient to make anybody's hair stand on its head. Each new claim against him uncovers another disruptive side. Cassie's claim painted him as her inside and out, and afterward, there's little miscreant Barr, who claims that he has him, as well as likewise attempted to pimp him out to other industry men, including Cuba Gooding Jr. However, the genuine show started off when country security attacked his homes in Miami on doubts of dealing. That is the point at which we realized things were genuinely terrible. Yet up to that point, the claims against them were simply affable. No crook allegations, except for once the federal authorities got involved. It was clear something, as a matter of fact, simply affable. No crook allegations, except for once the federal authorities got involved. It was clear something, as a matter of fact, genuinely terrible was going down. The federal authorities don't send off huge attacks like that except if they have some serious soil, well, at any rate after the assault. Diddy's legal counselors emerged to hammer the federal authorities and asserted that they were heaping on Diddy and attempting to show and ruin his public image. His legal counselors said this extraordinary snare, matched with a high level of facilitated media presence, prompts an untimely hurry to the judgment of Mr. Combs and is just a witch hunt. In view of the meritless allegations made in common claims, there has been no finding of criminal or common risk with any of these claims. Mr. Combs is blameless and will keep on battling each and every day to demonstrate his innocence. The government officials answered to this and said, "We trusted that there was an upsetting history of sex dealing. We are answering cement itemized express claims. This isn't irregular. We didn't simply pick his name out of a cap. We had charges that we're circling back to. So assuming the Federal Reserve were following up on these claims, you better accept this show is not even close to finished, and we're in for considerably more stunning disclosures. Ideally, we'll at long last find a few solutions to what truly happened to Diddy's embraced white girl. Ava Noble Brushes presently streak back to 2012, when Diddy went live on Instagram to report he had taken on a white young lady named A present herself, an offer that she had been taken on by him. It was an unusual second that left everyone scratching their heads, and presently, with this truckload of unfurling the secret as it develops, I am a Scorpio. No, what's your last name? Eva. What's your other last name? Eva Bond comes yes. It's making it known. Did he take on a white kid? I need you. I need you to recount how I embraced you. Yet you actually have wonderful guardians that you're my kid likewise. Yet request kindly recount a story. So I'm making it known. Did he take on a white kid? I need you to recount how I embraced you. Yet you actually have wonderful guardians that you're my kid likewise. Yet requests kindly recount a story. So I was on the road and afterward dad concluded that he might want to be a mindful man. So then he saw me and chose to get me and said to come inside and play with his children. Better believe it, like somewhat like suspect. I would prefer not. No one need to get. I adopt you like Madonna adopt children and every other person adopt kids. Sharon, everyone's at any point taking on Sandra's projectile. I embraced you since I felt that you might at any point know appreciate likewise having a dark parent to deal with you and help you out. So simply explain on the grounds that it's insane over here on the web. So playing with the children, I got consent from your mom and expressed that it's all's insane. Well, I met Jessie Ina when I was a half-year-old, a half year, and afterward, she essentially our sister, all four of us. I generally come over, yes, and it's, and cones, we should go at the time. We thought Diddy was doing perhaps something extraordinary, taking on a kid during the pandemic, at the point when children required all the adoration they could get. However, presently individuals can't quit giving him the side-eye for such countless reasons, and the video simply runs over. Exceptionally abnormal. Yet that is not by any means the only huge warning. Diddy contrasted his reception interaction with distraught, which causes a commotion since Madonna's selections have had their own odd part. As indicated by reports, Madonna didn't embrace her dark children through completely legitimate means last year. A foundation coordinated by the Ethiopian World League blamed her for illegal exploitation and physically taking advantage of youngsters. Supposedly, she deceived guardians into letting her take their children by promising them extraordinary schooling in the U.S. just to embrace them. All things considered, it's fascinating that Diddy would demonstrate his reception close by Madonna's, because it's saying a great deal. Fans are asking, why did he just had his children in that video and not his little girls? Well, Ava referenced needing to play with Diddy's girls. So where were they? His children were taking the very front, and we should not actually get everything rolling on how awkward a thoroughly searched in that video attempting to rehash anything. Diddy advised her to say currently individuals are presently humming with speculations about why Aya looks so awkward in the video. Perhaps it was the energy in the room. After completely did his children have their own portion of show on the grounds that Justin was named a little bars claim, and Christian has his own exposition lawful issues, so no big surprise. The air could have been off, however the greatest eyebrow raiser, and essentially evaporated after that video. Sure, she was seen with Diddy's twins Jessie and Delilah multiple times, however. At that point, it resembled she tumbled off the essence of the earth. No family photographs, no recordings, nothing, and talkie. On into account Diddy's decision, she settled on her decision. Father brushes. You think she'd associate with him a lot longer, yet I surmise she didn't make it into the family book of scriptures. Now, with every one of the new shameful charges against Diddy dealing with and abusing ladies, fans are beginning to contemplate whether something obscene happened to Ava. The situation is transforming into a genuine secret, and individuals can't resist the urge to hypothesize what's happening in the background. However, this is where things get considerably juicier. Diddy's previous guardian, Jean Jill, stepped in and dropped some significant tea. He guaranteed that Diddy would compromise Dava severely as well as involve her for clout. And afterward, when he was finished, Jean Diddy's excellent arrangement was to score a few simple focuses by embracing a destitute young lady he found in the city during the pandemic, then professing to cherish her like his own, with the exception that it was in support of the show. Furthermore, false Jean likewise addressed the bits of gossip about Diddy doing something obscure to Ava while he didn't alum. Innate it straightforwardly, he most certainly dropped a few weighty clues saying that everyone in the industry understands what Diddy's truly similar to you all discussion about singing tea, and you understand what you realize, what's so insane is brother, that this large number of stories has been near the business for quite a while, Every one of these industry individuals realize that Diddy been behaving this way and doing this and attempting to draw in different men into sexual demonstrations with the him. It's a ton of stories this circumvents in this industry about not simply him, others. Jimmy Iv ain't no one discussing Jimmy ain't. He got sexual charges and everything on him. However, he got those publicists that is keeping it out of scene, is keeping it off the significant news. Reports. No. One's discussing that this is the kind of thing that goes on, man, that they will push up away from plain view, and a couple of years after the fact, Terrible Kid 5678 will be out. Unfortunately, it appears as though Gene is onto something, discussing the business turning a blind eye to terrible conduct. We've seen it endlessly time again with people like R. Kelly, Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, and even Cassie spilled the tea in her claim, uncovering that Diddy was encircled by yes men who let him pull off a wide range of terrible. Subscribe Celeb Hut for more videos.